YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy Josh. We back up in this thing with another one. We woke up this morning. It's another beautiful day. All praise to the Most High, man. Let's get it. Dog, I know you guys can agree with me on this one, but the lust and the stroke addiction, man, of you just beating your stick, bro, that jump, man, is a everyday battle that I know you guys are constantly choosing to fight, man. It's an obstacle and hurdle that's in every healthy man's life, man. If you're a healthy man, you are gonna have deep desires. You're gonna be attracted to women, and this is a time and age where 30, 40 years ago, they didn't have the access that we have to women now. We can pull up a woman, see everything that she has to display at the click of a button, just like that, bro. This is something that we've never seen before. And this is something where it's new, where we're trying to find out how we can overcome it, how to battle it, how to stay disciplined, how to keep our eyes on the goal at hand. And so I'm deeply touched by this topic. It's something that has affected me. I've seen it physically affect me. And I've also come to a point where it's broken me down, put me down on my knees. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I did to overcome it and to get a better grasp on it. And so I know it's something that you guys are battling with every single day. Constantly being tempted by all these women. And because you have it at quick access, just laying in your bed whenever you're bored, having the ability to just get off and have a dopamine hit and get a minor sense of gratification, man, is the ability to have all that is just too accessible. But I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I've done going through those same exact circumstances and environment to overcome it. So first thing I'm going to start off with is the story of how I got affected by this. So I remember back in college, my first 2 years, I had a girlfriend at the time, but I noticed there was this one girl. You know, she matched my type 1,000%, bro. She was short, like 5 feet tall, thick in the right places, went to the gym, went crazy in the gym, just body was just immaculate, face was just, like, I'm telling you guys, when it comes to my type of a light-skinned, brown woman that's short, got glasses, likes to go to the gym, bro, I'm telling you, this girl was the epitome of it, dog. She was gorgeous. She was so beautiful to me, and because I'm a good boy, and I don't really be acting out of pocket like that, and I had respect for my girl at the time. I wasn't gonna do nothing or talk to her, but me and this girl constantly make eye contact with each other. We constantly saw each other in different locations. We never had classes with each other, but we constantly saw each other every single day. We saw each other mainly in the gym, but we like in the dining hall, like in a random a school building. Like, we would just every single day, every single week, it was like we run into each other and we had this sort of tension between us. And so my junior year, bro, I said, I'm pulling the trigger on that. I said, I gotta leave my girl. Left her. I promise you, next day I was looking for a founder. I said, hey, you know what I'm saying? We linked up, exchanged contact info. Like, it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's what you could imagine. It's like you got this beautiful girl. You kind of get nervous before approaching her and everything, and then you go and approach her, and then it worked out perfectly. You know what I'm saying? You know, mission complete. The goal was met. And so, man, I'm on cloud 9. I'm feeling the best. And then we got a day where we're going to link up and everything. And our first day that we link up, I mean, we're in her dorm room. We eventually... I can't remember where we first met up at, but eventually we ended up going to her dorm room, and you know how that happens. And this, mind you, bro, this is the most beautiful girl to me that I've ever set my eyes on, and I'm in bed with her, bro. Really, bro? I was on cloud 9 heading up to that elevator, but soon as we just fast forward to the part that you guys already know exactly or you can guess what's gonna happen. But when we started getting into it, man, I couldn't get up. I couldn't do it. And I'm telling you guys, if y'all want to know a stressful situation, I'm talking you with the most beautiful, you with a fine chick, bro, and you want to do it so bad, And I'm telling you guys, from probably like from 11 o'clock all the way until 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm literally trying my hardest. And I'm telling you, when I tried everything possible to do it and get up, but I could not. And I didn't understand why. But it's because I was watching too many videos on the internet. Had a girlfriend, go do my thing with my girlfriend, but then also doing this thing, and it just became really addicting. And so I didn't think there was a downside to watching videos or anything like that. I didn't think that I was restructuring my brain to actually understand what intercourse is, and what it should look like, and what it should feel like, or what should get me in the mood. I had completely restructured my brain to the point where, like, I'm sitting here with a gorgeous woman, completely no clothes on or anything, and I'm telling you, bro, I'm a shrimp, bro. And I'm telling you guys this because I didn't think I had a problem, and until it was too late. And so fast forward, maybe like the next day, the next week, of course, me and her, we never link up again. She was like, oh, you got a girlfriend, y'all ain't broke up yet, and it was just a bunch of drama stuff, and it was crazy. I never got the opportunity ever again. Never again. And so, with that being said, that's something that I had to, that's a hard pill to swallow. And I want you guys to be mindful that if you haven't experienced that, man, that's a very, very humbling experience. I don't want you guys to experience that because it's very stressful and it's humiliating. It's very embarrassing, especially when the girl went ahead and told everybody. Well, she didn't tell everybody, but you tell one, you tell all, you know what I'm saying? And so, guys, that's when I realized that I had a problem. That's when I realized that I needed to get a grasp on what I needed to grasp on. And I needed to change for the better, because I didn't want to find myself in that position again. Yeah, I like looking at the videos, but I didn't want that to be the primary. I wanted the primary to be me being with an actual woman, me actually being physically there. You know what I'm saying? The secondary was the videos and stuff. Like, that's something that was cool, that was quick, that because I had access to it, and it was a dopamine. I felt good doing it in the moment, and so I didn't realize that it could affect the primary, what I really wanted to do. And so I literally had to figure out, why was I constantly doing this even when I wasn't in the mood? Even when I didn't feel like doing it, I would still do it out of habit. Do it because I was bored. Do it just because it was just a part of a routine. And that's when it starts becoming really addicting, is because you're starting to do it and you don't even, like, there's nothing in you, there's nothing igniting you to do it. You're just doing it just to do it. And that's when you can really sit there and look and say, man, we're starting to get in the danger zone. And so I realized why I was doing it is because I had started having behaviors of just consuming. I was just consuming, man. I was always on the phone, always on the computer, just constantly being fed entertainment, constantly being fed dopamine, and just sitting down, not having to work for it or do anything for it. You know what I'm saying? It was just quick and easy, and just at the click of a button, just get it. And so that's when I realized that I had to change my mindset from being a consumer to being a creator. Because, guys, when you guys are creating things, when you guys are actually putting things into work, you guys are going to get a dopamine from that as well. You're going to have a sense of accomplishment, a sense of achievement. Like, for example, me recording videos, me thinking about how I can make my channel better, or topics I can bring up to you guys, and then actually executing the task and performing it and making it happen, and then uploading it and seeing the results. Man, I get a very, very huge dopamine hit, and the feeling is very, very, very addicting, and it's very similar to what I was doing. The feeling is kind of similar as far as in the happiness and the sense of the excitement as when I was consuming. And I said, well, I like doing this instead. I like creating. I like being in a position where I'm making things and my brain is working. If you guys are constantly doing that looking on the hub, stroking yourself constantly, day in and day out, man, really, really, really reflect over your life and say, man, what am I doing with my life? You're probably throughout your day, you're not being productive enough. You're just sitting there being a consumer, just sitting on your butt and receiving. There's nothing in you that wants to drive you to go out there and make something or create something, or to even put that energy into making you a better version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so you guys are not being productive enough. You guys gotta constantly work on finding ways to be more productive, finding ways to use a better sense of your time. Don't do anything that is gonna trigger it. If every single time you get out from work, or you get off class and you go straight to your dorm room, or you go straight home and you just chill, and you have like an hour or two to chill before you have to do something else, and then out of routine you just do it. Stay away from those things. What helped me tremendously is to help me stay productive is by staying away from areas where it was easy for me to fall into that trap, which is like my home. When I'm at home, where I'm in my space where nobody's around, that's where I found myself doing those type of things more often, or being a little bit more vulnerable to fall into those old habits. So I started doing things, and I started focusing on ways to stay away from the house, only using the house for sleeping, basically. And so some of you guys are saying, well, once I get home and I'm right before bed, I'm in that habit or in that routine where that's usually where I do what I do. Well, what I would tell you guys to do is that you guys need to be so productive to the point to where you exhaust yourself. Exhaust all of your energy, exhaust all of your brain power throughout the day, so that way when you come home, you can just knock out. I'm telling you, if you guys exhaust yourself, truly give the day 100% of your effort, you will have nothing left to give whenever it's time for you to lay down and go to bed and go to rest, man. I'm telling you, you guys have to be more productive throughout the day. That's my first tip. And then my second tip, that I promise you, this is the most important tip. This one, if you didn't want to listen to that first tip, or it doesn't apply to you, bro, at minimum, do this second tip first. And that is, put it on the altar, bro. Put it on the altar. Admit it, confess to the Most High right now that you have a problem and you don't know how to solve it and you need help. I literally broke down. I was trying things. I was looking up YouTube videos how to break the habit, because I didn't want to find myself in that same exact situation when I was so happened to be with another woman, another beautiful woman, a woman that I was really attracted to, a woman who I really wanted to have a special moment with. I didn't want me getting in the way of me being successful. I wanted me to be the most successful, being the most happy, me getting the most out of life. And to be honest, those videos do not offer the most out of life. Not to me, it does. And so you guys got to put it on the altar. I remember I was driving in the car one day, and I was literally having an issue because I tried to quit weeks after weeks after weeks, and I couldn't grasp it and I couldn't do it. And it finally came down to a point where I just started bawling my eyes out, and I said, God, please help me. I cannot do this. I cannot do this without you. I literally was saying a prayer. I said something along of, God, thank you for everything that you have done in my life. Thank you for your grace and mercy. Thank you for everything that you have done. If I have ever done anything that has not represented you, Lord, please forgive me. Please forgive me for all of my sins. Forgive me for all the wrongdoings. Forgive me for anything that was not like you, Lord. God, here I am. I'm here at the altar, humbled, not knowing what to do. I need your help. I need your guidance. I need you to give me the strength. I cannot do this alone. I need you. Cast away any sort of temptation. Cast away anything that's not like you. Cast anything that will keep me away from being closer to you, God. Because I can't do this on my own. I thought I could. I thought I could do every single habit, do every single tip, watch every single YouTube video, read every single article to overcome this. But in all reality, I can't. I've worked myself in a position where I can't get myself out of it by myself. I need you to help me. I need you to guide me in the right way. I need you to keep my head straight. I need you to keep my thoughts completely focused on the things that are important, instead of the things that are constantly draining me of my life, that draining me from being closer to you. I literally had to put it on the altar. I had no control over myself. I had no control over my urges. So the last resort, what I had to do, and I say it was the last resort, but it should have been the first thing I did, was ask God to help me. Because it had become so out of control to the point where there was nothing I could do. And guys, sometimes that could be your humbling experience, that you may need to get closer to the Most High to help you, to guide you through this life, because life is not easy. Life is very, very hard. But it can be very easy when you have a relationship with Him, when you can see all of the things that you're surrounded by, and you quickly or can easily say no to it because you got the strength of God on your side, because He put that strength in you, because you asked for it, because you completely put it on the altar, you dropped down, you confessed, you submitted unto Him. That's what it's going to require. That's what finally made me get a grasp on my life. I'm more focused. I have more energy. I'm more determined. Not because of me, but because of Him. Because I asked Him. Simply because I asked Him. He didn't owe it to me. He constantly gives me His grace and mercy every single day. And I'm just astonished, man. Prayer actually works, guys. So if you find yourself having troubles with this addiction or any sort of addiction, and you feel like you can't control it, you feel like there's nothing left you can do, or it doesn't even have to be with anything addiction, any sort of life struggle, guys, call on Him. Confess. You no longer have to battle it alone. He knows what you're going through. He's just waiting for you to call on Him to ask for help, bro. Facts. So, those are my 2 tips. That's my experience. I hope you learned something from it. And I hope that you can apply it to your life. And I pray that your life gets better. I pray that you get a grasp on this and keep moving forward. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all boys. Make sure you like and share. I'ma holla at y'all.